Flow control describes the order in which statements will be executed in runtime. If you have multiple statements, in which order each statement should be executed will be decided by control statements or flow control. So in Python, we have three types of control flow statements or flow control statements: conditional statements, transfer statements, and iterative statements. So in this class, we will discuss about if, elif, else. So conditional statements, this itself says if the condition is true, then it will execute a certain steps. If the condition is false, then it will execute another set of steps. Let us try to see example. So this is conditional statements. This is simple if statement. So I'm specifying x is equal to 10. I'm checking the condition if x is greater than or not. So if x is greater than 5, then print statement should be executed. So x is 10 here, and if x is greater than 5, then print statement should be executed. Let us try to comment this. Let us try to execute. So if you see x is greater than 5, because the condition is true. If the condition is true, then it will go and execute what are the statements in the if block. So let us try to see if x is greater than 3. This is another condition. So x is greater than 5. So let us try to see another example. 15. If you see, this is not true. So that is the reason it has not executed this statement. So in this condition, if this condition is false, it has to go and execute some another set of steps. So that is possible in if else statement. Let me try to uncomment this. So here I am specifying y is equal to 3, and I am checking whether y is an even number or an odd number. So based on this condition, if it is even, then this expression should be equal to 0. If it is even, then it will print y is even, otherwise it will print odd. Let us try to execute. Yes, it is odd number. So that is the reason it has not printed what are the statements in the if block. It has printed and executed the statement in the else block. Similarly, if we have multiple statements to be checked, then we will use if, elif, else statement. Let us try to see. Here I am trying to check the grade of a student, whether he is having A grade, B grade, or C grade. So his grade value is 75. If the person is or the student is grade is greater than 90, then he can secure A grade. If the grade is not greater than or equal to 90, then it has to jump into this elif block. Then it will check whether the grade is greater than or equal to 80. So if it is not true, then it will go and check another elif condition. So if greater than or equal to 70, then it will try to print this. So if these conditions are not true, whatever the conditions we specified in if and elif blocks, then it will try to go and execute else. So if all the statements are false, then it will try to go and execute this else statement, which is there in the else block. Let us try to execute the same. If I see grade is greater than or equal to 70, so that is the reason why the student has secured C grade. Similarly, I can use multiple statements, if statements. So that is nothing but if, nested if. If we use multiple if statements inside if, then it is nothing but nested if statements. So what I am doing here, I have defined this if elif else block, and in if elif else block I have defined another if else loop. So a loop which is defined another if block is nothing but a nested if statement. Let us try to see. I am checking that whether number 15 is a positive number and even number or not. So I am first checking whether it is greater than or equal to 0. So if I want to check whether a number is a positive number, exactly the condition should be number should be greater than 0. If it is less than 0 or equal to 0, it should go and print appropriate values. If it is equal to 0, if I given equal to 0 here, then it will print 0, because this condition will be true. And if it is less than 0, nothing but minus 15 or minus values, then it will go and execute this block. So let us try to execute in this case what it will print. So as we know, 15 is a positive number and it is an odd number. So that is the reason first condition it has checked whether the number is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. So if the number is greater than or greater than 0, it has to enter this body. So upon entering, it has checked whether the number is even number or not. So if it is even number and it is already positive, so it has printed positive and even. If it is not even, it will go and print positive and odd. So if it is 0, this condition will be false and this condition will be true. So let me try to print. You can see this will be 0. And similarly, if it is negative value, then this condition will false. This condition is also false. So these two conditions are false. So if both if and elif are false, then it will at last print else. So let us try to execute the same. You can see it is negative number.